3 months before the university entrance exam, the teacher encourages the following types. Try to get good grades after entering a good university and have fun freely. Friend A secretly rejoiced. Wow, my wish to plug in the net all night is about to come true. Boy B told himself he would play for an entire year to make up for his hard work. After sitting the exam and knowing the results, people are happy and miserable, but in the end, they still enter the university environment. They started to fantasize about being happy in everything, but it wasn't all about the word suspect. Stabilizing the living environment at university. I find accommodation. The issue of accommodation at university is always the first priority so that first-year students can confidently enroll. Dormitory and motel room are probably the two most popular options for you. However, each place will have different advantages and disadvantages, so freshmen also need to consider carefully before deciding to choose a place where they will stick. With a dormitory, the advantage is that it is extremely convenient because you have the opportunity to stay in the school. The security is also much safer than the rooms outside. In addition, the cost of staying in the dormitory is low, quite affordable for students. You also have more opportunities to interact and live with students in the same course at the same school. However, there will also be inadequacies related to living together, living with many people at the same time, and strict regulations on cooking and time. Imagine the feeling when you are studying when your friend turns on the hentai plus speakerphone, or when you are going to sleep, he plays EDM music and plays hot cakes, spicy for sure. As for the dormitory room, you will have more opportunities to be proactive and control your own life without being bound by regulations and hours like in a dormitory. Usually, students want to go out to stay because they want to take the initiative in working part-time and participating in after-hours activities. However, outside rental also has many complicated problems, especially scams and brokers if you do not consider carefully and do not have much experience in finding accommodation. My advice is that the first year you are not used to the unfamiliar environment. It is best to stay in the school dormitory for a brief time to get used to the university and outside environment. Then go out to rent. That way you will have more control over everything. E. Prepare your means of transport. Transportation is the second priority issue after the first-year students settle down for themselves. There are many means of transport for you to choose from motorbikes, buses to electric bicycles. Depending on your financial ability and the distance from your accommodation to school as well as part-time jobs if any, you can choose the type of transportation that best suits you. In addition, in case you already have a vehicle such as a motorbike, you should find out how your accommodation is to have a safe solution to theft. The same goes for buses. Pickpocketing techniques are also quite sophisticated, so you must be careful in keeping important items such as money or phones when riding the bus. There are many friends from the countryside to the city to study, so sometimes you will not be familiar with the road. Always remember to bring your phone with you to look up the map and contact your acquaintances when you need help. E. Living expenses and personal belongings. Before enrolling, first-year students need to prepare a certain amount of expenses to be able to pay for their daily living expenses when they are on their own at university. Therefore, you can consult with your previous classmates about the expenses you need to spend in college as well as work with your parents to calculate the necessary expenses in college such as tuition, rent, electricity, etc. Water, daily living activities. Then, don't forget to make a clear spending management plan for yourself to avoid getting caught up in shopping or spending improperly and then not having enough money to pay for other important expenses. Please, before buying anything, consider carefully whether it is really necessary or not. If you really need it, then approve it. You should also divide the money into several accounts and have some things that can't be touched such as accommodation. For example, if you accidentally spend it, the due date is a big problem because of that money is required to pay. But use to personal financial management gradually, and you will not find it as difficult as you think. With personal belongings, first of all, prepare all the necessary documents with you when you go to the city, such as identification, identity card, health and social insurance card, bank card, etc. Driver's license if any, admission notice, student card if issued by the school. This is not superfluous because when the worst happens, you can still use your ID and cash for support. Find out all the information about the school you are going to attend in advance. Finding out in advance the necessary information about the school you are going to study will help you a lot in getting used to it and not being surprised or confused when you start school. Let's start looking for the following information in turn. Official website, fan page of the school, of the faculty, a place to learn about the history, departments in the school, school map, update the latest information about the regulations and policies of the school, especially is about your program of study in the upcoming years of college. Material library page, where to find documents, textbooks, exam outlines for your subjects at school, student groups in the faculty in the school, where you will have the opportunity to exchange and learn a lot of valuable experiences from fellow students of the same age and seniors. Extracurricular activities, clubs in the school, a place to help you exchange and make friends with many students inside and outside the faculty, helping you hone your own necessary soft skills. Scholarship policies, seminar programs, student exchange programs, help you have an overview of the opportunities and benefits that you can receive during 4 years of university from which to plan for yourself achieve those opportunities. All of that information will help you have an overview of the school that you will be attached to in the coming years, especially helping you to be more confident when starting admissions. Classification of study programs and subjects. On the school's website, after researching, you will see your entire program of study for the next 4 years of university. So your task is classify that curriculum into 3 main subject groups as below. Specialized subjects. These are subjects that directly serve the field of study that you pursue. For example, if I study English, my majors will be listening, speaking, reading, writing English skills, linguistics, pragmatics, translation, interpreting, business English, English communication, British culture, American culture. General subjects are foundational subjects that every public school student needs to learn, such as Ho Chi Minh thought, Marxist-Leninist philosophy, Communist Party lines, etc. The remaining subjects such as physical education, national defense education.
2. Set learning goals for each subject group. So what is the purpose of classifying the above curriculum? It gives you an overview of your 4-year program and path, and more importantly, it helps you know how to categorize and set appropriate goals and priorities for each type of subject. At school. One thing is for sure, with such a large volume and number of subjects, it is not possible for a student to be good at all subjects. However, that does not mean that we despise and neglect any subject. Therefore, after classifying their curriculum, the freshman committees should begin to set goals for each subject group. With specialized subjects, set your goals high and focus your best to study well and master these specialized knowledge. Because they are the foundation and basic premise to help you apply the knowledge you have learned in practice in the future working environment. With general subjects, even if the priority is lower than the group of specialized subjects, you should not underestimate it, but should focus on studying at a moderate level to understand the most basic issues that you need to know. Required subjects. As such, it will guarantee you a good academic result in school. Because of getting good grades in these subjects, my GPA has not been dragged down, but always kept at a high level through each semester. The rest of the subjects like physical education, dance, volleyball, defense, etc., because only the points are calculated, I don't pay too much attention like the subjects above, but you should remember not to let yourself have to relearn the subjects. This subject because it will affect the criteria for that scholarship. In addition to setting goals according to the curriculum, make an overarching goal plan for all 4 years of college to easily stick to and achieve your goals in the most comprehensive way. 3. Make a detailed plan and timetable for your semester. From the goals set out above, break down your goals by school year, semester, and week, and then organize and manage your study time scientifically. Set specific goals: how much GPA each year you will need to achieve good/excellent students, then what level should be achieved each term, how many subjects are there in that period, which majors get A's, university subjects, which course achieves B+. So that when you sum it up, you still get the GPA that you want. Then break down your schedule in detail. In addition to a fixed school schedule, create your own after-school schedule. On it, arrange all the things you intend to do, review the lesson, do the outline early, extracurricular activities, relax, then try to follow through to the end, and can flexibly adjust each week. Note: you need to get in the habit of recording time. It will help spot time-wasting moments, adjust accordingly, and gradually regain focus. A software I often use to record the time of my day is Clockify. You can refer to manage and record your time. There are days when the mood drops and you can't learn anything, so you should also allocate time for yourself to relax and entertain. In addition, going to college will have a lot of things that distract you and get caught up in unnecessary waste of time. Get in the habit of organizing your work items in order of priority to complete the goals you set.